I'm no dating expert, but I am a banking expert, and I can tell you this. You need to stop treating your bank like it's your life partner and start treating it like a service provider. Start talking to other banks, explore a few new banking relationships, maybe even a few new banking countries. Because a bank service agreement, that little piece of paper that you sign when you open a new account, it's not a marriage contract. And it doesn't say, I promise to only bank with this bank from this day forward until the day that we die. So yes, I'm telling you, cheat on your bank. And there are 3 reasons you're gonna wanna do this. Starting with, your bank doesn't love you. This is a fact. Your bank is not in a committed relationship with you. At the first sign of trouble or anything unusual, your bank will freeze your money, close your accounts, and even send you packing without explaining what you did wrong. Not exactly the kind of foundation long-term relationships are built on. There's no loyalty or unconditional love when it comes to banking, even if you've been a customer for 10, 20, 30 years. If you're a compliance headache, they'll shut down your account. Now, you might be thinking a bank wouldn't close an account unless they had a really good reason to do so. Well, you'd be wrong. Banks close accounts every day for countless reasons. Sure, a lot of those reasons are related to customers who violate the bank's terms of service, or they might even do something illegal. In an example, it might be sending money to a sanctioned or high-risk country. Think Iran, Syria, Russia. But it can also include engaging in suspicious behavior or having unusual transaction activity, like sending very large transfers to an adult film studio in the Ivory Coast. That's going to get your account shut down. But banks close accounts for less obvious reasons too. And that brings us to the second reason that you need to cheat on your bank, which is that banks change their preferences all the time. And to really spell this one out, what I'm saying is that banks can change their internal policies about which clients they want to serve without any warning. Sometimes this can be influenced by decisions made at the board or management level, meaning your banker, he doesn't even know about it until it's way too late. And a lot of the time, these internal decisions are made for one of 3 reasons. First, because clients with certain characteristics, they're not profitable for the bank, meaning they don't deposit enough money, or maybe they don't buy any bank products or use bank services. Now, the second reason is because certain clients are a bigger compliance burden for the bank, requiring more oversight and even exposing the bank to more regulatory risk. But it's not just decision makers at the bank that can influence these changes. External pressures also play a big role in bank policy, determining who banks can serve and who they can open accounts for. Now, these external pressures, they can become more obvious during times of conflict. Just take the Russian invasion of Ukraine as an example. Prior to the invasion, Russians and Ukrainians could easily bank in reputable jurisdictions like the US, Singapore, Switzerland, basically any legitimate banking hub if they could meet the onboarding requirements. But now, good luck. Yes, we can still help certain people in certain instances still navigate their options, but generally speaking, banks around the world, especially in reputable banking hubs, they're not willing to entertain these passports anymore. A less extreme example is if you live in a country that gets added to a gray list or a blacklist, like those managed by the EU, UK, or FATF. And accounts, they can be closed, new applications will be denied, and basically you become unbankable in a lot of these countries. And since most people can't quickly change their country of citizenship or residency, there's only one real option to protect yourself from these sorts of account closures. Because the fact is, your bank can drop you for whatever reason they want, whenever they want. And yes, you can go ahead, you can file a complaint, but that's a total waste of time. You can also complain about it on social media, also a total waste of time. Or you can do what any reasonable and responsible person would do, which brings us to the third reason that you need to cheat on your bank, which is that you need backup accounts. And what I'm really saying here is that you need to protect yourself, your finances, your family, by having backup financial accounts, ideally in different countries, different regulatory environments, to make sure that you can always access your money no matter what happens. Listen, if you're watching this, you probably already know. It's not the 1980s anymore. There's no reason for anyone to be beholden to a single bank. And sometimes opening a backup account can be as simple as putting a few $100s into an account somewhere abroad so that you can continue to receive money if your main accounts get shut down. Or you could put $50,000 to $100,000 into an account, offset initial legal fees in the event that you get slapped with a frivolous lawsuit in your home country. Of course, you might even open up backup investment accounts, move large portions of your wealth to strong and stable jurisdictions, help diversify your holdings across political, legal, regulatory, and yes, even economic systems. But this isn't just about banking overseas or offshore. A backup account can be another checking or savings account at the bank across the street from where you bank right now. And that brings up a really important point, which is that international banking is not for everyone. If you're sitting in Tallahassee, Toronto, or Talbot Green, you work at a local coffee shop or a retail store, or basically any local business, you never leave your city, and you're not a foreigner, immigrant, don't send money abroad, and won't ever do anything to confuse or upset local compliance departments. Plus, you're pretty sure that your bank is stable, and you believe that both politicians and bank regulators always have your best interest at heart, then you should just keep banking at your local Wells Fargo, TD, NatWest, RBS, or whichever other bank you call home. But if you're a bit more skeptical, like us, then maybe it's time to start exploring other options. And if you're ready to start looking, there are 3 ways that we can help you do that right now. First, if you want to know 6 of the easiest places where you can open international and offshore accounts as backup accounts for a rainy day, then you can get those right here. Second, make sure you click over here and subscribe to our channel so you get alerted when we post actionable videos that will help you take control of your banking relationships going forward. And third, if you want to find out where you can start to open accounts overseas right now, you can complete a free assessment by going to globalbanks.com/apply or just clicking the link in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.